We're now going to look at the structure of the mitochondria. Okay, last video we looked at ATP, and here's just a few notes to recap. So within a cell, formation of ATP from ADP and phosphate occurs over and over again, storing energy each time. So as the cell uses energy, ATP breaks down repeatedly to release energy and form ADP and phosphate. Okay, here's an image to illustrate this. We've got ADP, our low energy molecule here, and ATP, our high energy molecule. We've also got an energy input, okay? So basically what's being shown here is that if we have ADP, okay, this one here with low energy, in order for us to make ATP, we have to add a phosphate group to the other phosphate group of ADP, okay, in order for us to have 3 phosphates in a chain. The way we add a phosphate to the other phosphate here is by adding energy. Okay, energy is needed in the form of ATP so that we can create that bond between the phosphates. ATP has high energy, okay? I want you to think of this as being like a charged battery, okay? ATP, a charged battery, and ADP being an uncharged battery. ATP, because it's the essential power for the cell, okay, it needs to be fully charged. So we need to have the 3 phosphates so the cell can function properly. Okay, so here is just a recap slide. One thing to point out here is that it is not breathing, okay? A lot of people get confused with this one. Breathing refers to a process known as gas exchange, where we're using oxygen from the atmosphere and then producing carbon dioxide as a waste product. Okay, this is a different process. Okay, so mitochondria are found in plant, animal, and protist cells. They are folded. They have a folded inner membrane, which increases the surface area. Okay, that's a really important feature of the mitochondria. So we've got something here called the outer membrane, which is around the outside. We've got the inner membrane here as well. Okay, it is double bound, has a double bound membrane, which is a really interesting feature of the mitochondria. Okay, we've also got something called the cristae. Now the cristae are the folded inner membrane parts here. Okay, we can see it is all folded, and those are known as cristae. And we've also got the matrix, which is the space inside here, okay, of the mitochondria. Okay, we're just going to look at 3 steps real briefly. Glycolysis is the first step, then the Krebs cycle, and then the electron transport chain. So basically, these are 3 steps that cellular respiration needs to go through in order for ATP to be produced. Okay, so cristae are folded to provide maximum surface area for the electron transport chain reaction and generation of ATP. Okay, we're looking at the relevant structures and their adaptations for efficiency. So basically, this first point here is saying that we have a maximum surface area for the electron transport chain. Okay, the cristae, as we see here, are those folds, and those folds have an increased surface area for the electron transport chain. Second point is the outer membrane allows the mitochondria to function independently of the rest of the cell. And the third point here is the matrix contains enzymes necessary for glycolysis and the Krebs cycle, these last 2 steps here.